We all must, once again, offer special congratulations to the 2016 young scholars who are sitting before us today as they plan to start another 4-year cycle at the respective secondary schools where they will report to Form 1 starting today. This is because they were the first group of the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education, KCPE, to sit their examinations under the new reform measures. I hasten to observe that reforms of any kind attract different types of resistance. Sincere people will come with open resistance seeking to dialogue, while others plan hidden resistance out of unfounded fear. Some others will even advance malicious resistance that is born of ill intentions. However, remain very grateful to and appreciative of all the critical role players in the education sector and the public at large who sincerely realize that it's time that we in Kenya candidly confronted our challenges and collectively sought solutions to them for the sake of our children. I am particularly grateful to all our teachers who have continued to make many efforts and sacrifices to teach and mold our children, knowing as they do that they are singularly the most influential factor in the performance and education of our children. I am particularly grateful to the about 138,000 of them who sacrificed their holiday and time to collect examination papers from the containers at sub-county headquarters, supervise and invigilate the examination, and most importantly, the team of 16,637 who professionally trained and qualified teachers that spent time to diligently examine our students before we release the KCSE results. Because of your professionalism, dutifulness, and resolve to make a difference, we together achieved the objective of delivering one of the most credible examinations in the basic education sector of our country in almost a generation. On behalf of my colleagues, both at the ministry headquarters and the rest of our agencies, we would like you, the 16,637 professionally trained and qualified teachers, to know that we appreciate you. We deeply respect your sense of professionalism and firmly confirm to the country that throughout the 2016 examination season, you performed a sterling job in the delivery of a credible examination result. We will not, under any circumstances whatsoever, second guess and besmirch your work, belittle your professionalism, or cast aspersions on your integrity merely on the basis of the overall national performance in any of these examinations. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to make special mention and pay tribute to all our head teachers who won the hearts of our nation by their deep sense of commitment and responsibility in the manner in which they conducted the exercise, despite concerted efforts to incite and intimidate them to refuse to pick exams from the containers and efforts to urge them to abdicate their responsibilities as the heads of their institutions and playing the role of center managers during the examination period. The same forces that parroted such choruses of despondence are about town with a new song. Please, colleagues, ignore them as you did in the past, and let us prepare our children these wonderful gifts from God to us for life. The school calendar year has started. Let's get on with our work. Let us remain focused, resist distraction, and insist on doing the right thing to the honor and glory of our God. This year, particularly, demands greater focus, concentration, and wise use of time. Reforming the education sector of our country will not take one national examination season, one class, or a simple set of policy and legislative actions. It will necessarily take a lot of time, persistent focus, and collective action. It may take as long as even a generation. Many renowned education systems around the world have been built over a long period of time. Of necessity, therefore, we must remain honest to ourselves. And to quote Michael Gove, the former British Education Secretary, and I quote, "Stop lying to children about their life chances and allowing inflated exam grades compared to Soviet tractor production propaganda. I think," continues Secretary Grove, "there is no crime greater than lying to children, and that's why we need to tell them the truth." I wish to report that the path to last year's credible examination results was neither easy nor will they be sustained in an environment that will always be conducive. In our effort to ensure fairness, objectivity, and transparency in the management of examinations, we ran into severe bottlenecks, many of which I cannot afford to outline at this ceremony. All of us remember that when the Ministry of Education reorganized school term dates after broad, candid, and open consultations with sector players, some quarters heavily criticized us, terming the reforms unilateral. When we experienced rampant school fires and unrest in late second term of the year, some critics asked us to abruptly close schools, blaming the incidents on the strict examination rules. And I want to stop here and thank the leadership of the religious group in our country for the strong support, prayers, and guidance they gave us throughout that period. We declined to heed their calls since we saw the hand of examination cheating and textbook sales cartels that wanted to stop us from implementing rules that could run them out of their illegal business, including hawking leaked examination papers. Once we came to third term, 2016, we witnessed a shameful campaign that I have alluded to already, meant to dissuade head teachers from supervising examination centers. As you know, all these efforts came to naught. We ran a credible examination and released formidable results in both the KCPE and the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. I wish to reiterate that the Ministry of Education will not be distracted by the prophets of doom who want us to return to the past unethical practices that allowed children of the rich to access stolen examinations at KCPE level, beneficiaries of the KCPE examination leakage went on to join the best schools, where they also benefited from stolen KCSE exams, only for them to flop in the competitive programs at universities, such as medicine and engineering, to which they were admitted. I want to assure all parents, on behalf of government and on behalf of my colleagues, I believe when I speak in public as a public servant, I speak in the presence of God. I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, we will be firm and determined to make the difference that will level the examination playground for all Kenyan children, irrespective of family, status, region, or tribe.